So what's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel, man. Back with another video as usual. So we finna do today, about to install some stabilizer links. I noticed when I switched my tires around that they got bad, or the boots are real bad. But it's gonna be real quick install. Comes with the nuts and bolts in here. Obviously just 2 bolts. Pretty simple, pretty straightforward. You don't need to grease it. It tells me in the says it right here. Do not add additional grease where applicable. Where applicable. Stabilizer bar link is pre-greased, so I don't need to add any grease. It says I do want to add some because it feels like it's low, but I can feel that some in there. So you can add some if you want to, but I'm not going to just because that's what it says. And obviously I get all my parts from eBay. I got these for $18 for the whole pair. Got them on pretty much on sale. They're like Moogs or M-O-O-G kind of thing. So these are good quality. They had like 4 left, so I got them, picked them up real quick. I'm not in dire need. The crazy thing is that like it's not even making any sound or anything like that. There's no rattle or anything like that. I'm so used to the Dodge Charger to where it always rattles on anything, but I gotta remember this car is on the frame, so like it just I don't even gotta replace it, but I'm replacing it just because it could come off later on or something like that. So I'm gonna go ahead and replace it. It's pretty simple, quick and install. So let's get into it.
Hey, hey, yeah. It is.
So the top left, sorry, you see the tools. I didn't put the trolley jack in, obviously, the wheel thing. This should be common sense at this point. If you're watching my videos, even if you do, you know you're gonna need a jack. You know you're gonna need a 4-way lug wrench to get off the tire. So you want to put your tire under your car, just for safety reasons. So instead of using like an actual one of those jack stands, kind of scared to use your tires in case it somehow collapses or is malfunction with the trolley jack. Just use that. So right here, I'm just showing you the boot is bad, so I need to replace. This and my upper control arm boot are just pretty much shot on both sides. So those are the only things I've seen. Just doing really preventive maintenance and not making any noise, but we're gonna get to it anyway. So right here, I was thinking I can use that 15mm to get it all the way off, like twist it all the way. But I was only able to turn it one time, and that was pretty much it. So you have to take off the caliper and take off the rotor. Take off both of those to get to that bolt, and you should be squared away. So you need to use a 15mm angle wrench, or I believe a 14mm. But you'll notice, I'll say it more down the line in the video, but the new sway bar links, they use a 14mm socket. They still fit a 15mm angle wrench or a hex socket, and once you get it far enough, you'll be able to twist it off with your hand, finger. So this is the brake caliper, just 2 bolts. I didn't record it, but you just need an 18mm hex socket to get it off. Simple as that. You don't have to move the brake pads, anything like that. Just get that off and get the rotor off. That's it. Okay, so the OEM bolts on here take a 15mm hex socket. So you need a 15mm hex socket for this portion right here, or you can use a 14mm hex socket as well. You can try that, but I know the 14 works on the new ones that I have. What I'm showing y'all, do not do. I always put these in my videos, like my mistakes. You can get another jack and just jack the suspension piece up. Should be a black piece at the bottom. Jack that up, and it'll come right out. You need to remove the bottom piece first, then remove the top. So this is the obviously the old one. I mean, that's what happens when the boot gets cracked or gets bad or any type of opening. It's gonna mess up. The other piece, this is, I believe these are the OEM ones. I've never seen a boot look like this. I believe they gotta be the OEMs. But these lasted for a long time. I'm at 217,000 miles. And once again, there's no rattle or anything, like nothing indicating that they're worn. I would say in the tires though, I guess you can see that they're worn, but you see the bottom when I wiggle, it's still in perfect shape, it's still intact, but I gotta replace it because obviously the top was bad. So here's my new one. Comes with like little, what's it called, little cap so it won't mess up the thread. And then it says do not add additional grease. I believe I mentioned this in the beginning of the video. You can add additional grease if you want to. I'm just not gonna add it just because I've never seen, at least for myself, gotten a paper that says do not add grease. They already have some in there, so I've never seen it before. It comes with the grease on the inside and the extra bolts. And once again, those bolts are 14 millimeter size. So you get a 14 millimeter hex socket or end and ankle wrench. So when doing this, I think I mentioned it earlier as well, you want to put the top part in first, then you want to put the bottom one in. You might want to, you just got to wiggle that ball joint around a little bit and you'll be able to fit it in there. But it goes in there perfectly fine. It's just enough room for it to fit in there. So I got this part recorded, but my hand was in the way, so I can fully show y'all me actually putting that bottom one in at the last. But make sure you put your caps on there. Great design. You need to use some pliers and a 14 millimeter angle wrench to get that back bolt on. So you're going to need your 932 hex socket, and you're going to need that 14 millimeter angle wrench again to hold that in while you turn with the 932 hex socket. Off this way you turn, it's kind of like, you'll figure it out. But so it does take a little bit longer just because you can't use any power tools really. You need to use your hand manually, or you need a torque wrench or something like that. I don't really use torque wrenches. I don't do that. If you watch all my videos, I never use a torque wrench. I never have any issues. But this is pretty simple for the most part. Got it on there, work. Make sure you see that jack at the bottom. That's what I was speaking about earlier. Put the jack at the bottom. It's pretty much where your strut is at. So put that at the bottom and jack it up. It'll make it a lot easier for you, and so you don't mess up your thread as well. Because if you are having to turn it real hard, that means you need to jack it up more to where it's more loose. So it should be easier to actually turn that bolt into there. Screw it all on. Install, man. All you really needed was a wrench, 14 millimeter for this. It take a 15 for the original one, but the aftermarket one takes a 14 millimeter. You need an 18 millimeter hex socket to get those off, man. That's pretty much it. You don't even have to move these at all. Just take the caliper off itself. Take that off. I mean, it's pretty simple for the most part. All you need is a 932 as well. The reason we staring at this because, man, why the hell did the Charger not make something like this? Everything's simple, everything's easy to get to. Like all this, like that right there on the Charger is on the back side, and it's, you gotta get the down. Oh, it's just harder, man. It's like stuff in certain places. Even my Dodge Journey, bro, it's easier to work on the suspension than the Dodge Charger, but man, this is so simple, bro. Like for real. An upper control arm, fucking sway bar bushing. You got your outer tie rod. You got three. You got your lower ball joint right there. It's 4. And then you got your sway bar link, which I just replaced. That's 5. You only got 5 pieces to the suspension, man. Only 5 pieces to the suspension. That's literally it. The Charger has, I think I counted 7 pieces. Rearward control arm, front control arm, upper control arm, sway bar bushing, I said upper control arm already. What is it called? You got the lower ball joint. You got so many pieces to the suspension, man. But other than that, man, this is a joy doing it on this car because I know. I mean, it's simple. It's simple. I got one more thing to replace. I seen one more thing. I didn't notice it while I was doing it, but it is the upper control arm. The boots are just shot. I don't know what it is with this car. You can't hear anything. No rattle, no nothing with this car, bro. With the Charger, anything go bad, you're gonna hear a rattle the next minute. But this car, like, I'm not even noticing any rattle. I'm just seeing it just from me moving my tire from the front to the back. That's literally it. But other than that, man, let me show you guys something real quick. I got some 245. That is gonna make it a wrap for the video, but I just wanna let y'all know. I got some, I'm gonna do a vlog on this. A pretty quick vlog. I'm trying to get this thing zoomed in. My tire look dry as hell. I think I hit something. Oh, it rained, I forgot it rained. But I got 255. What is it? 255, 50, 17 on this car. I think I could have put a 2. It's pretty much the same thread length or height. It's like equal to the 60, but it's just wider. So it does look better. I'm gonna get y'all the sense and stuff later on, but it is wider. But what I'm gonna do for y'all, really for me, I'm gonna put these on here. I think I had a video a long time ago on this when I had my Charger, but this is off my Charger. They have the same bolt pattern, so I'm gonna put this on here to pretty much widen my stance. As you see, it's more wider. You see the front up there. Can't see the front because it's a 225. I'm gonna end up replacing those as well because my sidewalls on here. I think it is a suspension. You won't notice it, but I guess you'll see it in tires. But then again, if you go back and watch my previous video, my tire pressure sensor, my tires were below like 25, 26 PSI for a while. So I think that's why I got like that. Or it could just be because of the ball joint. But as you see, that ball joint is shot, man. Shot. Or the boot is shot at least, which makes the ball joint bad. I really don't see anything else, anything bad. I sprayed everything like down with WD-40. That boot's good. I think the lower lower ball joint is good too. I don't see anything wrong with the boot. It was just a sway bar link in this. And that actually can cause tire wear as well, more excessive tire wear. But other than that, man, I know I'm rambling on, but if you aren't new to the channel, you like my videos, y'all probably watching it all the way through. If not, man, that's gonna be the end of the video. It's your brother Mighty Prophet. Make sure you like, share to the video, smash that subscribe